Hello, everyone. Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time of day it may be. Welcome back to Newcastle Fans TV. And I never thought I'd say this, but I know I'm not the only one now that I'm so glad it's the international break and we can just have a chance to pause and regather and reassess. It's been a long old slog for Newcastle United in the past few weeks, and they've done so well. Bournemouth was just a game too far with the injuries we've got, so it's fantastic, and just be able to take a pause after such a busy few weeks isn't a bad thing at all. But looking ahead to January now, and there's no doubt we need to invest, we need to strengthen in depth. We need to strengthen full stop with the ban to Tonali, and given how many injuries we're suffering so far this season. And maybe the solution's been under our nose the whole time. Yes, everyone, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe, and look into our membership options here at Newcastle Fans TV, starting at just 99 pence. However, Julian Brandt has been linked with Newcastle and Arsenal over the past few days in the Mirror. Now, we saw firsthand what this lad can do. He's at a great age, just entering the peak years of his career. He was touted as Germany's next big thing back in the day when he was at Leverkusen, got a move to Dortmund, and has performed pretty consistently ever since. Can play out wide, can play in the middle of midfield, as we saw the other week against Newcastle. He got the second goal, which killed the game off. And he put in a masterful display, got man of the match that night as well, and it was richly deserved. This would be a move that I'd be a fan of. Look at all the other players we've been linked with. I did a video about Smith Rowe from Arsenal not so long ago. Sancho is a name that a lot of fans would be keen on, given his situation at Manchester United. Calvin Phillips is one that's also been linked, but hasn't really ignited a fire in the fans' bellies when it comes to that potential signing. All I would say with them three in particular is, why would they sell to a rival? Why would they loan us a rival? You look at Sancho at Manchester United and the fee they paid for him. They're going to want to recoup. They're going to want to make a profit on him, given the naivety of Manchester United at the moment. At the very minimum, they're going to want to recoup a lot of what they paid for him. And could they loan him out? Not to us. Look at what happened when we weren't a threat a couple of seasons ago with Jesse Lingard. What did they want? A £15 million loan fee, something like that? Absolutely bonkers. So I can't see that one happening. Same with Man City and Calvin Phillips, really. He's been linked with quite a few teams across Europe, Juventus being one. Apparently his preference is to stay in the Premier League, which you can understand, but I just can't see why Man City would want to sell or loan him to Newcastle United, who, okay, Man City are streaks above everyone else in the Premier League. Of course they are, but given current trajectories, are we that many years off at least challenging them? Maybe not, I don't know. Let me know in your comments how far we are from challenging Manchester City. Brandt would tip the box for me. And it would be a mightily impressive stadium. As I say, has that versatility, can play out on the wing where we've been suffering injuries as well, and in the centre too. A bit like how Elliot Anderson does for us, but obviously Brandt is, well, whilst Anderson is at the start of his Premier League career, Brandt is an established attacking player in the prime of his footballing career. New challenge for him. He's only ever played in the Bundesliga, so he is thought to be relatively keen, as is Dortmund, despite this in the report from the Mirror by John Richardson. He only signed a contract extension last summer, and that takes him to the summer of 2026. But it's thought that Dortmund would be willing to sell. Now, we know Dortmund in the past have negotiated well on certain deals, barring maybe Haaland, who had that release clause allowing City to get him for for what is nowadays an absolute bargain. However, they got good fees for Sancho. They got good fees for Bellingham. So it's not going to be easy. It never is in the January window anyway. We haven't really heard yet of what Newcastle have to spend budget-wise, which would be the big interesting one for me. Obviously, last January, they only really invested in Anthony Gordon. Harrison Ashby came through the door as well, but was one for the development side of things. Look, could we afford him? Possibly. But if we were, would that be our only major signing like Gordon was last January? There's a distinct possibility of that. So having someone of his versatility would certainly fit the mould that when players are back fit, and having that chance to rotate and keep the squad fresh, which we just haven't had chance to do over the past few weeks. They were dead on their feet out there against Bournemouth. It was just one game too far. And considering the wins we've got in that time, that was our only Premier League defeat since the last international break. Absolutely tremendous effort. Absolutely tremendous effort. And we need someone of that attacking creative quality in that midfield, because we've still not won a Premier League game without Bruno since he's signed. Which is incredible. Just go to show how important he is and what a footballer he is, and was never buying an ounce of criticism he got at the start of the season. The guy is one of the best midfielders we've ever had, if not the best, certainly in modern times. But look, let me know what you guys think. Would you be a fan of Julian Brandt incoming this January? All is not lost in the Champions League. Don't forget, 2 very tricky games left, but it's all to play for. All is not lost. So yeah, hit that like button and stay tuned to Newcastle Fans TV.